Have you ever wondered why your mind feels heavier than others? Why thoughts stay longer, replaying until they form meaning of their own? You think it is worry, but it is awareness. A mind that sees too much, feels too much, and cannot rest on simple answers. Intelligence does not always appear as brilliance. Sometimes it shows as quiet doubt, slow reactions, or endless reflection that others call overthinking. Yet beneath that stillness lives a pattern, a mind built to notice what most ignore. It is not about grades or numbers, but the rhythm of thought, the way you question, listen, and feel the world. The signs are subtle, hidden in habits you barely notice, and they tell a story of depth, not defect. Stay until the end of this video, and you may begin to recognize the quiet intelligence already living within you. Let's begin. 1. You overthink, but it's a form of mental depth. You think more than you should, replaying every detail until it feels too much. Yet beneath that constant noise lies precision. You are not stuck in thought, you are refining it. Psychologists call it cognitive reflection, the mind's ability to pause and look at itself. Where others act, you hesitate, not from fear but awareness. You trace every consequence, every feeling, every reason until it aligns with truth. This kind of thinking is not chaos, it is structure. It shows that your brain recognizes patterns and seeks clarity beyond instinct. Yes, it can be exhausting to live inside a mind that never rests, but that same restlessness builds understanding. The more you think, the more you see connections hidden to others. You are not broken for overanalyzing. You are training your awareness to meet the world with greater depth. 2. You question everything, even yourself. You have a quiet distrust of easy answers. You do not take certainty at face value because you sense that truth has layers. This is intellectual humility, the recognition that knowing is never complete. You live in that space between doubt and discovery, where questions breed more insight than conclusions ever could. People may think you are indecisive, but you are simply aware of how complex reality is. You analyze even your own motives, turning the light inward when most avoid it. There is courage in uncertainty. It keeps you honest with yourself, aware that conviction without reflection is blindness. You do not fear being wrong, you fear not learning. And when you question everything, you move closer to understanding. You are not lost in self-doubt. You are grounded in truth's complexity, and that is where real intelligence lives. 3. You listen more than you speak. You prefer the silence between words. You listen not only to what is said, but to what trembles beneath it. Tone, rhythm, hesitation. They tell you what logic cannot. This is active observation, the skill of hearing emotion before it becomes sound. While others rush to reply, you absorb. You process layers of meaning that vanish in the noise. People think you are distant, but you are simply decoding what they cannot express. You do not need to dominate conversation to understand it. You know that silence holds more information than speech. Listening is your form of empathy, your quiet intelligence. You gather details, connect threads, feel patterns. You build understanding through patience. In a world that glorifies volume, you find clarity in stillness. You are not quiet because you have nothing to say. You are quiet because you are already hearing what matters. 4. You feel more deeply, but express less. Your emotions move like deep currents, unseen but strong. You experience joy, sadness, and fear in shades others cannot name. This is emotional granularity, the ability to sense subtle differences between feelings that most blur together. You understand the language of tension, the fine balance between empathy and exhaustion. You often hold back what you feel, not because you are cold, but because you are processing. You translate emotion into meaning, filtering pain into understanding. People may misread your calm for detachment, yet your silence is full of movement. You have learned that not every feeling needs to be displayed to be real. The more you contain, the more you learn about yourself. Sensitivity is not fragility. It is awareness sharpened by experience. You do not feel too much, you feel accurately, and that depth gives your life texture and truth. 5. You seek solitude, not isolation. You value space where thought can breathe. Solitude is not absence to you. It is restoration. In the quiet, your mind unwinds, reorganizes, and recharges. Research calls this introspective restoration, the moment when the brain repairs itself through reflection. You are most alive when left alone with your thoughts. Crowds drain you because your mind absorbs everything it touches. You do not reject people. You simply need distance to remain whole. Solitude gives you perspective. It allows creativity and clarity to unfold without interruption. When you are alone, you are not escaping the world. You are returning to yourself. There, in that private silence, ideas gather and emotions find order. You are not antisocial. You are protecting the space where your mind becomes its truest self. Solitude is not loneliness. It is your way of breathing freely. 6. You feel misunderstood, yet you understand others easily. You notice things others overlook. The flicker in someone's eyes, the pause before a lie, the tone that hides pain. You sense emotion before it is spoken, yet few sense yours. This is social dissonance, when your awareness outpaces the world's ability to meet it. You understand people because you study them, not out of judgment, but compassion. Still, it can feel isolating to perceive what others deny. You long to be seen with the same accuracy you offer. That is the paradox of empathy, to feel deeply for others but rarely be fully understood. It is not that you are too much. It is that you exist on a subtler frequency. You read humanity fluently, yet few are fluent in you. That loneliness is not emptiness. It is the natural cost of seeing too clearly in a world that often prefers to look away. 7. You keep searching even when you know. You are never satisfied with the first answer. You peel knowledge layer by layer until you find meaning beneath it. This is epistemic curiosity, the drive to understand not just what is true, but why it matters. You are not restless for novelty. You are restless for depth. Every conclusion feels temporary because your mind knows growth never stops. You question your insights not to dismiss them, but to refine them. You learn, unlearn, and learn again. The search itself becomes your purpose. While others settle for certainty, you explore the edges of what can be known. Your curiosity is not distraction, it is evolution. You expand by asking, not by arriving. To think deeply is to move endlessly. And when you keep searching, even when you already know, you prove that the mind's greatest strength is its ability to remain open. You were never meant to fit into a world that moves too fast for thought. Your silence, your questions, your need for space, they are not flaws. They are signs of depth in a time that fears stillness. The way your mind lingers on details, the way your heart senses what words cannot hold, all of it is proof that you see life from a higher place of awareness. You are not behind. You are simply tuned to a quieter rhythm. Intelligence in its truest form is not about knowing more, but feeling deeper. So honor your pace, your solitude, your endless curiosity. You are already enough exactly as you are. If this voice feels like yours, let it stay. Like this video, share it, and subscribe for more spaces where your mind and heart are both seen and understood.